been a content creator for 6 years and it's still not my full-time job. So let's talk about it. I have wanted to be a YouTuber since I was 10 years old that everybody that I know follows. I'm just gonna start talking about UGC. I have experienced so much burnout. I am a 23-year-old stay-at-home mom and I started YouTube when I was 16. So today we're just kind of going to do like a little FaceTime chat with me and talk about content creation, how I got here, why I'm not full-time yet, and everything in between. So let's just go ahead and start talking. We are going to go back to my roots and talk about why I started YouTube in the first place. I have wanted to be a YouTuber since I was 10 years old. I grew up watching Bethany Moda, Alicia Marie, My Life is Ava, like all the original beauty gurus that used to oversaturate their video back when there was no copyright claims. So every single video that Bethany Moda posted, there was like 5 Sauce, One Direction, those kind of songs in it. So naturally, it's just something that's kind of followed me through my entire life. So around 2020, I believe it was April of 2020 or March, right around when COVID hit, I was going into my senior year. My junior year had just got canceled. We were online for the rest of the year because of COVID. And so I made a Christian TikTok because I was getting back into, being a Christian and going to church. Well, I ended up gaining, I think, close to 3,500 followers on that account within just a couple months. Like, it was insane growth. And I decided, what better time to start my YouTube channel than now, when I have all these people already watching my TikTok. I can just bring them over there. It'll be great. So that's what I did. My first video, I will put the screenshot up here. I do not even want to go back and watch it because golly, I cannot talk to the camera. I mean, it was good. It was pretty typical of a first YouTube video. I kind of knew what I was doing. I liked editing. I didn't really like editing sit-down videos. I still don't. So I don't know why I chose my first video to be a sit-down video, but you live and you learn. I started posting on there. I will show you all the screenshots of my old videos. They got better as they went on. I did start vlogging more and that kind of stuff. But eventually I quit doing the Christian TikTok because we went back to school and I kind of fell away from the Lord. I quit doing YouTube and I just kind of let the channel sit dormant for a little bit. I did the same thing with this TikTok and I would post here and there on YouTube just throughout these 6 years, but I was never like consistent. I actually remember I was in, I promise I'm not saying this for clout. I was in and might still be in a small YouTuber group chat with Erica Diane. I'll put her screenshot here. She's like the only one out of that group chat that stuck with it. And she's big now. Like, she blew up. I remember back then, like, I think she blew up around like 2021 and I was like, you go girl. Like, I could have been there if I would have stayed with it. You go, good job. But yeah, I didn't stick with it and eventually life got in the way. I graduated high school, tried to go to college, that failed. I eventually met who was now my husband, started going to a church more heavily again, got very involved, getting married, having our son. I have a 14-month-old. He's almost 15 months, it's crazy. Along the way, like I said, I was posting more on TikTok than I was on YouTube. TikTok is something that like you can just go viral overnight. YouTube is something that you kind of have to work your way up towards. At least it was back then. Now you have shorts that kind of help you along the way. Same as TikTok, like you can just swipe and watch a short and people decide right then and there if they want to subscribe to you or not. Back then there were no shorts. And so seeing such low views did discourage me, even though I knew that I was getting like good views for someone who had just started their channel, had 0 subscribers. But it still discouraged me a lot. I kind of took a step back from YouTube for a really long time and focused on TikTok. So I did have a few TikToks go viral. I actually deleted one of them, my most viral TikTok. It got over 2 million views, I think, over like 200,000 likes, but I don't know, I just felt like I should delete it because it was my husband saying a curse word whenever I sent him my Taco Bell order. So like, I went ahead and deleted it because, I just figured I should probably do that. I didn't feel like it was something that represented what I wanted the account to be around, basically, to be centered around. So I went ahead and deleted that one, but I have had a few I'll put screenshots of here, and they are on a completely different account than the one that I'm using now, because this account that these went viral on is my main account that everybody that I know follows. So that's really cool. I was probably a few months postpartum, so it was last August, September, October, probably somewhere around this time last year. I was like, I wonder what that TikTok account is doing right now. And then I remembered about, the Creator Pilot Program because I had been wanting to, grow my account to 1,000 followers and monetize it. I'd gotten to like 800, but I'd given up here and there, and I was like, I wonder what that account's doing right now. So I logged back in, You know, I lost a few hundred followers, obviously, because I was inactive for 6 years. But I applied for the creator pilot program and immediately got it. And so I was like, okay, well, here's an opportunity for me to monetize online, like I've wanted to do my whole life. When I'm telling you, I wanted YouTube to be my career. I wanted it to be my thing. I'm not kidding. This was one way that I could see that I could monetize online. So I leaned heavily into it. And I started posting some TikTok shop stuff, obviously. Hello! I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where we left off. So I'm just gonna start talking about UGC. Oh yeah! So I heard about UGC after I started doing TikTok shop. I wasn't getting free samples whenever I first started doing this because I had a dead account with 3,000 followers and a couple TikTok shop posts of things that I already owned. Started seeing these videos about UGC and I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting, like let me try that. If you don't know what UGC is, it stands for user generated content. It basically just means that you create TikToks, Reels, short form content, or even long form content. I've seen YouTube ads that are UGC for brands. They don't have to hire like actors, models, that kind of thing. They just send you their product or give you access to their services. You make a video that you have agreed upon and you send it their way. And then boom, their marketing is done. You just got paid. It's a great system. So I started trying to do UGC. I made this example video. It honestly took off. Like, I mean, it's my third most viewed on my page, I think. I think it was a pretty good starter video, but we were still living in a very dark room at that point. So I didn't have any natural light. I didn't have any good lighting at all. It was literally just like my phone and this mic, and I had a tripod that I used. So it did okay, and I eventually got my first inbound for gifted UGC. If you don't know the different types, there's a gifted collab where a company just sends you the product for free. You test it out, you make a post for them or send them their video that you've agreed upon, and that's that. And then there is paid UGC, which is obviously where all those things happen. You still get the product or service, you make the video, but they also pay you for it. So I eventually got a couple gifted collabs. I did Cheeky Bonsai, Flav City. I got that one off of an app. Did Aussie. And at this point, whenever I started making these gifted UGC videos and showing that I could like market, that's when I started getting free sample approvals. So I think the first one that I ever got was a hair mask. So that's kind of how I got into it. I will say I've made money on TikTok shop. By made money, I mean I've made a little less than $3 in commission. I've only sold 2 things. But yeah, that was kind of my entrance into monetization. I still think it's crazy that I've made any money on TikTok at all. I completed a task, which if you're not on tasks, you need to do those. I completed a task at first before I ever made any commission, and I have like $15 sitting in my TikTok balance for that as well. So you can definitely make money. Let's talk about apps. So for UGC, there are a ton of different apps that are out there. There's Billow, there's Incense, there's Collabster, there's Join Brands, all these different apps. They all work somewhat differently, and I honestly hate them all. I feel like in the UGC world, it has started to become less of, I'm already a content creator, so let me do this on the side while I build my monetization and this kind of stuff. And it's turned into, you don't have to post any kind of content at all to be a UGC creator, which is true. That is true to an extent. But it has caused a huge oversaturation in these UGC apps like Billow and Incense and Join Brands and that kind of thing. I really don't know where I left off, but I need to fold laundry, so we're gonna chit chat and do this. Oh yes, like I was saying, yes, it's true that you don't need to be a content creator to film UGC, but you have to at least to some degree understand what content works, what angles to get, what hooks are, how they work, what the best ones are, that kind of thing. So I do feel like it is very oversaturated now on the apps, but that's like the blueprint now is you should make a couple videos, make a portfolio, join all the apps, and then hopefully you'll land something. And that's just not really how it works anymore. So where am I now? What stage am I in of content creation? Am I close to being monetized? Technically I am monetized because I've made a couple bucks off TikTok here and there, you know? At the time of filming this video, I have 298 subscribers on YouTube. I'm about 50 followers short of 4,000 on TikTok. And like I said, I am technically monetized. Is it a lot of money? No. Is it a start? Absolutely. Moral of the story is, if you want to do this, just start. Because if I would have continued from starting in 2020, who knows where I would have been. I probably would have been full-time for at least a few years by now. Another thing I want to talk about is I have experienced so much burnout doing social media. It's insane. I literally will see people post and be like, you need to be, if you want to grow on this app, you need to be posting 25 times a day. Excuse me? No. I get very burnt out very quickly whenever I have to post high quality content every single day. On TikTok, you really don't have to do that. Like, the stupidest things will go viral. It's insane. For TikTok, you do not have to be posting 4K, 60 frames per second, minute and a half long vlogs, voiceover, audio, overlays, text, all the different things every single day. Those are great to build up your retention, and obviously if you want to be in the creator pilot or the creator rewards program at some point, that is also a great way to go about things. However, doing that every single day on top of being a mom, being a wife, keeping my house in order, going to church, all the different appointments that me and my son have, it's hard. So I just don't do it that way anymore. And I'm implementing a new way of doing things where TikTok, free for all. Post whatever the heck I want whenever I want. If I don't have obligations, if I don't have a free sample that needs posted, I got a gifted collab that I need to work on, that kind of thing, post whatever. Literally don't care as long as I post. With YouTube, it's a little bit different because they are pickier. It might not be pickier, it's just you come to YouTube to watch different things than you come to TikTok to watch, if that makes sense. For YouTube, my goal is at least one short a week and a video every Friday at noon. A long form video every Friday at noon. That way I'm still posting long form because that's eventually all I want to be posting on YouTube is long form. So I'm still getting the foundation for that. I'm building up more watch hours than I would with shorts. But I also have shorts content that's making it onto people's shorts feeds whenever they just decide to click on YouTube for 5 seconds and get right off. I personally think it's gonna be a really great system to have because I'm gonna have more time to plan out my long form content. Also, like I said, it will be a lot easier for me to do this schedule throughout the week because I'm not trying to intentionally post every day on TikTok and make it high quality. This allows me to be present with my family, make time for hobbies and things that I want to get into, be able to film long form while I'm doing other things, and it's not as brain rotting as filming short form is. So being able to step back and take a breather and not only consume long form but create long form, it's exactly what I want in life. I think I've touched on pretty much everything in this video. I am on a time crunch. My son has been sick this week, and so it is currently Thursday evening. I'm making this video, and I'm pretty sure I'm also getting sick. So I have tonight and tomorrow to edit this. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, tips, anything, let me know in the comments. I am very open about everything on this account. I want to let you know how I did it, what worked, what didn't work, what cringed me out about what I did. Like, I've made myself cringe so many different times on the internet, it's not even funny. It's part of the process, it really is. But yeah, if there's anything that y'all want to know, please leave it in the comments.